Okay, so now we are going to learn about occupations in Spanish. So the first one we have is el policía, which means the policeman. El policía. If you want to say the police in general, you can just say la policía or just policía, police. La policía, the police. Policía, police. And if you want to make it feminine, so here we have el policía, which is the policeman. If you refer to a women policeman, policewomen, you can say la policía, which means the policewomen. La policía. So el policía, the policeman, la policía, the policewomen, and also la policía for the police in general. Okay, let's try some examples. You can say ¿Qué trabajo hacen? What job do you do? ¿Qué trabajo hacen? So here we have hacen, which is the last conjugation. So this one will refer to ustedes. What job do you all do? ¿Qué trabajo hacen? And you can reply, somos policías. We are policemen. Somos policías. And the other words we have is el doctor, which means the doctor. El doctor. So this is similar to English, it's the same word. El doctor. And we also have this one, which we sometimes use, which is el médico, which is the medic, or it's also the doctor or medic. So el médico, the doctor, the medic, or el doctor, the doctor. But sometimes el doctor is used a little bit more to refer to hospital doctors, and el médico for like the doctor who gives you pills. So el médico, kind of like the doctor who has his own kind of like consultory, his own business. He's a medic. He gives you pills. El médico, who gives you medicine, and el doctor for the hospital ones. But you can use both actually. So a little confusing, but you can either use el doctor or el médico. So the next one we have, the example we have is ¿Dónde trabaja usted? Which means where do you work? ¿Dónde trabaja usted? And you can reply trabajo en un hospital. So trabajo means I work en un hospital. In a hospital. Soy doctor. I'm a doctor. So, ¿dónde trabaja usted? You can ask anybody this, and they would say, trabajo en maybe una escuela, in a school. Soy maestro. I'm a teacher. So, whatever you work. So, let's try the next example. You can also say, ¿cuál es su trabajo? Which means, what is your job? It also means what is your job, but ¿cuál means which is your job? ¿Cuál means which, so you can also use this in Spanish. ¿Cuál es su trabajo? What is your job? The literal meaning is which is your job, but it means the same. And you can reply, soy médico. I'm a doctor. I'm a medic. Soy médico. I'm a doctor. And then we have el dentista, which means the dentist. So, and we also have this one, which is la dentista, which is the dentist but female. The only way to tell the genders in these ones are because of the article. So, el refers to male, and la refers to female. So, el dentista, the dentist, la dentista, the female dentist. Okay, let's try the examples. Usted es dentista, which means you are a dentist. Usted es dentista. And oh, this one is actually a question. So you can actually make questions like this too. For example, are you a dentist? ¿Usted es dentista? Are you a dentist? ¿Usted es dentista? And you can reply, sí, soy dentista. Yes, I'm a dentist. So you can use this type of questions for whatever you want to ask. For example, ¿Usted es policía? Are you a policeman? ¿Usted es doctor? Are you a doctor? So yeah, let's try the next example. We also have el enfermero, which means the nurse, and it's masculine. El enfermero. And we also have la enfermera, the nurse, the female nurse. El enfermero, la enfermera. Okay, let's try it out. So you can just say, yo soy enfermero. I am a nurse, male. Yo soy enfermero. And you can also remove the yo, so you can just say, soy enfermera. I'm a nurse, female. So you can use yo, or you can just leave it out. Both are actually okay. And the next one we have is el maestro, which means the teacher. El maestro, the teacher. And for female, we say la maestra, the teacher, but female. El maestro ends with an O, so it's masculine. La maestra, a feminine. Okay, which means the teacher. So let's give it a try. Let's see the examples. Los maestros están enojados. The teachers are angry. Los maestros están enojados. So here we have many teachers. We have male and female. So when it comes to plural, we just say los maestros if it's mixed. If they were all female, we would say las maestras. But since there is a man, it becomes masculine for plural. And the next one we have is el maestro está trabajando. The teacher is working. El maestro está trabajando. The teacher is working. Okay, and we also have professor. So I think professor refers rather to university professors. So let's give it a try. El profesor, the professor. It also means teacher. El profesor. And we have la profesora, the female professor. La profesora. El profesor, la profesora. And you can say, el profesor escribe. The professor writes. El profesor escribe. And the other one would be la profesora habla. La profesora habla. So escribe means to write, and here we have the conjugations. And la profesora habla. We also have the conjugations for hablar. You can check them out and memorize them. Okay, let's try the next one. Here we have el estudiante, which means the student. El estudiante. So student sounds like estudiante. So it sounds a little bit similar. So let's try the examples. Los estudiantes están estudiando. So estudiar means to study. Estudiar. So here we're using the complete form with the ing in English, which in Spanish is ando. NDO. In English, you would say ing. So study, ing, studying. And in Spanish, we would add NDO. Estudiando. So estudiar is the normal verb. Los estudiantes están estudiando. The students are studying. So this one is similar because estudiante and estudiar sound similar. Okay, let's try the other one. El estudiante está durmiendo. The student is sleeping. El estudiante está durmiendo. Okay, and we also have the fireman. El bombero. El bombero. The fireman. So this one is not similar at all to English. So you have to memorize this one. El bombero. The fireman. And we can say, ¿qué trabajo hace usted? What job do you do? ¿Qué trabajo hace usted? What job do you do? And you can reply, soy bombero. I'm a firefighter. Soy bombero. So this is quite simple. We also have the mailman, and we say el cartero. So carta refers to a card, a letter, card. El cartero. So the card man, basically in Spanish, the card man, el cartero. So in English is the mailman. In Spanish, the card man. Okay, let's try the example. El cartero maneja, which means to drive, un carro, a car. El cartero maneja un carro. The mailman drives a car. So here we have the conjugations for manejar, which is to drive, and you can also check them out. And we also have el arquitecto, which means the architect. El arquitecto. This one is similar to English, so it should be easy to remember. El arquitecto. And you can say, el arquitecto diseña una casa. The architect designs a house. El arquitecto diseña una casa. So diseña means to design, una casa, a house. So this is also simple. And we have la secretaria, the secretary. If you want to say it's a male secretary, you would say el secretario. El secretario. If it's female, la secretaria. So this one is similar to English, so it should be easy. And the example is, la secretaria está trabajando. The secretary is working. La secretaria está trabajando. Okay, and we also have el mecánico, which is the mechanic. El mecánico. The mechanic, similar to English. Mi papá es mecánico. My dad is a mechanic. Mi papá es mecánico. Mi papá es. And we also have this one, el músico, which means the musician. El músico, the musician. So música, music. El músico, the music man, the musician. Okay, and the example we have is, mi amigo es músico. My friend is a musician. Mi amigo es músico. My friend is a musician. And we also have el administrador. So the administrator. El administrador. This is similar to English. And el administrador trabaja a las 9 a.m. The administrator works at 9 a.m. El administrador trabaja a las 9 a.m. A las 9 de la mañana. A.m. you can also say de la mañana. Or you can say a.m. A las 9 a.m. a.m. And we have el director. The director. El director. Mi director está enojado. My director is angry. Mi director está enojado. My director is angry. And we also have el programador. The programmer. El programador. So the computer programmer. So similar, programador, programmer. And we have yo soy programador. I am a programmer. No soy hacker. Not a hacker. So yo soy programador. No soy hacker. I'm a programmer, not a hacker. And it's almost finished. I'm saying a lot of employment here. A lot of jobs here. Okay. El ingeniero. The engineer. El ingeniero. The engineer. And you can say, tú eres ingeniero. You are an engineer. So ingeniero, engineer sounds similar. Tú eres ingeniero. And you can also become el presidente, the president. El presidente. So this can be for like country's president or company president. El presidente. And you can say, el presidente está hablando. The president is speaking. El presidente está hablando. We also have el guardia, the guard. El guardia. And the example we have is este guardia está caminando. This guard is walking. So guardia sounds like guard if you actually pronounce the U. Guard. El guardia. So there you go. You have to pronounce the U in Spanish. El guardia. Este guardia está caminando. So that's it for this one. It was a long lesson, but there were lots of jobs here. Okay, so thanks for watching. Check out the Quizlet. So now it's your turn to practice Spanish. You can find the lessons Quizlet by going into the lecture resources folder. Thanks for watching.